Hey, what's good, fam?
What's up, everybody?
I'm Chasten.
And I'm Janet.
And we are back. Yes.
Welcome to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And look, if you are looking for consistent motivation to stay inspired and encouraged during your debt-free journey, this is the place where you should be. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you can get that ding notification, whenever we upload a new video.
That's what's up. So in this video, fam, we are going to discuss whether we need to save or pay off our student loan debt or pay off our debt, right? Whether we need to save while paying off our debt. So we're gonna talk about that today.
Yeah, so that's a question that we've gotten on a consistent basis. If we actually did that, if we paid off, or if we save money during our debt-free journey, if we save money before our debt-free journey. Right. So we get that question, so we just want to go ahead and tackle it.
Yeah, we're here to serve, and so we get it. We want to serve and answer that question. So let's hop to it. So let's discuss the first question. The first question that we get is whether you should save before you start paying off debt, which is a solid question.
It's a good question.
Should you save before you start paying off debt? What are your thoughts, Jay?
So I feel like that's a non-negotiable thing. I feel like it is definitely important to save money before your debt-free journey, because you're about to go into a journey that may take a good amount of time.
Right.
And so you want to make sure that you save up at least a $1,000 emergency fund. So that's something that Dave Ramsey, which a lot of you know that we talk about a lot, Dave Ramsey definitely suggests and recommends that you at least have $1,000 set aside in an emergency fund, just in case you have a uh-oh moment.
Right. and it's super just helpful, you know, when I think about our debt-free journey, just us having that $1,000 in place just provided a cushion between us and life. You know, and you know, I think about, you know, there were times where we had to make repairs on the car, do things there, and having that $1,000 there allowed us to stay on track.
That's right.
On our debt-free journey. So that's just something to consider, something to think about. And like we said, that's before you start paying off or aggressively paying off debt. You want to have that in place, this buffer that's there between you and life.
That's right. Because life will happen. You will have those moments where you need a new tire, where you need a new alternator, where you need a new battery, where you need new tires. Those things happen, you know. So you got to be prepared for those things, because it's inevitable.
And what you don't want to happen is you're throwing all of this money towards getting out of debt, and then you have an uh-oh moment, right? Or you have this emergency that pops up, and because you don't have a buffer, it pushes you further in debt.
Exactly.
You know, like you got to go borrow some money to cover this particular thing. We don't want that to happen.
No.
And so we want to have that buffer in place, want to take care of that. So this naturally leads us to the next question. All right, if I have my $1,000 emergency fund, what about saving during, you know, like while I'm paying off debt? And essentially when people ask us this question, Jay, I believe they have two things in mind. It seems like they have two things in mind. And that's like short-term savings. Should I be doing short-term savings while I am paying off my debt? And then the second question is, you know, like, should I be doing long-term savings while I'm paying off my debt? So let's tackle those one at a time. Let's talk about short-term savings.
So I feel like that's also a non-negotiable. So you're probably going to say, well, everything is a non-negotiable for them. But everybody has something that they want to do that's going to cost money, that is a short-term goal. So you may say, I would like to go on vacation once a year, at least once a year, every year. So that's a short-term goal. So in order to meet that goal financially, you're going to have to put aside some money. So you don't want to just say, all right, well, 2 months before I decide to go on vacation, I'm just going to scramble, try to make things work, might cut out a few things, and I'll just figure it out and just go on vacation. Well, you don't want that to happen, because that can definitely push you back into making the progress that you wanted to make during your debt-free journey. So you want to make sure that you definitely set up short-term goals financial short-term goals, and that you're throwing money towards that short-term savings so that you will be prepared for the costs that you will occur whenever you are, of course, going on your vacation or whatever it may be.
And the deal here is, remember, the goal is still to get out of debt.
Right.
So even with these short-term goals, you want these short-term goals or savings goals to be very conservative. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Absolutely.
Super conservative. So I'll give you a glimpse into our situation. We of course would save for Christmas, mm-hmm. right? Okay. Save for Christmas shopping and such. And since our objective, our goal was to get out of debt, we were super conservative when it came to that savings number. Yeah. People didn't get big gifts. No. They got small but meaningful gifts, right?
Yeah.
And so you still want to keep the goals conservative, but you still want to have these things in place. And so what we would do is over a few months, we wouldn't wait till December or November to start saving for Christmas. No, we back it out 4, 5, 6 months and slowly start getting our way towards there. Mm-hmm. We would do the same thing for trips. Janet's family did not live in Georgia. Mm-hmm. Some of our family did not live in Georgia. Mm-hmm. Lived in other parts of the U.S. and so we wanted to go see our family. Right. Mm-hmm. Wanted to travel to Texas to see our family, and so So in order to do that, we had to be intentional about having some very strategic short-term goals in that regard, so that we could stay on track with our debt-free journey while still allowing us to do those things.
That's right.
And then the last example I'll bring up is, we all need to shop. Go through different seasons.
You were going around with raggedy clothes.
Right, And there were times where we would look around and say, all right, our clothes are starting to get a little on
crusty,
the rough side.
We looking crusty.
And so, there were times where we like to say, okay, we need to go shopping in a couple of months. And so let's conservatively save some money, put some money aside so we can go do that.
Right. Exactly.
So you're going to have things that you need to pay for, and having short-term savings goals are going to be helpful in that regards. But again, the key is to be conservative with those savings goals, and stay on track with what we're trying to accomplish.
That's right.
Right?
Stay on track.
So that brings us to the next question. What about long-term savings? Okay, we talked about short-term. What about long-term? Should I be saving for these long-term things such as retirement, and should I be investing and all that while I'm paying off my debt? Mm-hmm. What do you think, Jay?
So that's all situational. It just all depends on your personal situation. We don't know your situation, so we can't give you financial advice like this is what you absolutely need to be doing. Right. So what we would say is, we would ask you or inform you or recommend to you to consult with a financial advisor, because they can better inform you of what money decisions that you should be making, if you should be throwing a certain amount of money towards your long-term savings, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. And so, there are a few factors that go into that, like your age, your debt amount,
debt to income ratio,
which influences, how long is it going to take you to pay off your debt, right? Mm-hmm. What kind of matching programs does your company have? It's just a lot that goes into that.
Right.
And so a financial expert, a financial advisor would probably be super helpful in that regard. But we can share what we did.
Right.
We can do that.
Yeah,
so
we can definitely do that.
Yeah. So let's talk about our situation.
So we didn't save any money. We didn't throw any money towards any type of retirement while we were getting out of debt. Right. Because with the plan that we drew up, knowing what our debt to income ratio was and everything, we knew that we could get out of debt in 3 years.
Yep.
Tops.
Yep.
So we said, okay, can we sacrifice 3 years of not throwing money towards a retirement fund?
Yep.
And the answer, of course, was yes for us. Yep. So now we're working towards that, and that's definitely a huge part of our savings now, is throwing money towards our retirement fund, because we didn't have that 2 years ago. So
yeah, I mean, and you know, like we've talked about in other videos, we wanted to be super aggressive. We wanted to attack
just
it.
throw everything.
You know, throw
at that
every
beast.
nickel, every
Penny,
dime that we could.
dollar.
And so that's what we did.
Yeah.
And you know, I would say it paid off.
It did.
And you know, we went from 3 years, we were able to take care of it in a year and 7 months.
Yeah.
And I believe
Great.
pausing on doing that was very beneficial to our situation. So
No regrets.
So no regrets in that regard. But again, your situation may be different. It is different.
And it's okay if it is different.
And so that is something to just consult with the financial expert about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So in this video, we've talked about, you know, these prime or important questions: saving or paying off debt, saving while paying off debt. And we hope that these were helpful helpful frameworks to get your mind thinking about how you should approach saving and paying off debt, and do that little dance. Yeah. So I mean, is it anything else?
Hey, if you have saved up $1,000 in your emergency fund, go ahead and put that 100 emoji down there in the comments.
Yeah.
Or
So,
if you're not on your phone, you could just put 100.
Yeah. So if you have that emergency fund in place, 100% of your emergency fund in place, man, let us know. Put that 100 emoji down there, or type 100 down there. If you're still working on it, look, it's no shame in that. Look at your neighbor and say, I'm still working on it.
I'm still working, y'all.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. You could type, I'm still working on it, fam, down there in the comments, and we'll be, you know, agreeing with you that it's gonna get done.
Yeah,
like we always say, keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
Keep going.
Hustle, grind, pray. 365 every day, overtime, put in work, stick to the budget even when it hurts.
Yeah.
Just listen to that free rabbit.
For sure. So fam, we always enjoy our time with y'all.
Yes.
And looking forward to it next time.
See y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.